Okay, Sony, it's your turn. Sony, it is your turn. And if you are a PlayStation fan, this actually sucks. And you kind of understand why it sucks. Now, if you were disappointed about the PlayStation Showcase, I was so disappointed about it, I didn't even talk about it. I didn't talk about it because I didn't make a video on it because I was that disappointed. But nevertheless, a lot of Sony first party games are being delayed into the next fiscal year. Kind of underwhelming, and with Sony is known for, hacking out games like crazy. It is going to be somewhat of a drought. Now, you do have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is going to be coming out in October, I think. So, you're going to have something to play there. But for the foreseeable future, third-party games are going to be carrying both consoles. Well, the Xbox and the PlayStation. Sony. I mean, Nintendo. Nintendo, they do their own thing in their own little world. But I'm not necessarily surprised because I try to not really keep up with new games so much because most games that do come out now, they end up being like they start out broken or they need a patch or something's wrong or the game just doesn't live up to the hype. So I don't really follow it too much, but still, you want games to come out to people to play. A majority of fans are not like me. They want to play the newest, the latest, and the greatest right away. I don't mind sitting back and waiting to play a game. It's cool to me, but a lot of fans aren't like that. So I don't know what's gonna happen to a lot of guys who like Sony like that. What's gonna happen with them? Are they going to be able to just follow up with their backlog, or are they just going to lean on the third party games, or they're just going to play a game like Baldur's Gate? They claim how some fans do. Sony fans claim that Baldur's Gate is a Sony exclusive, even though it's on PC. But they got to hang their hat on something, and so basically they're looking exactly like how Xbox is looking. They're waiting for Starfield to come out, and it's like Xbox is the king of third party is the king of third party right now. I mean, they are getting some exclusives in, but literally like their third party content, it drives the Xbox. Look at Game Pass. So I'm looking at this like, this really do suck at the end of the day. This is not cool. Um I feel like a game from all first party games, you should have a first party game come out from a console at least once every three. Uh, I'll say once every 3 months. I think that's fair, especially if you're as big as uh Microsoft or PlayStation. I think once every 3 months a first party game should be cool, especially when you know what type of IPs they got. Some of these companies are just sitting on IPs like crazy. They got so many, first party IPs, they just they don't deliver. Now I understand as well, like games are much more elaborate and it takes more time to produce and make and create and put out. I get it, but I think the industry itself put themselves in that predicament, and that's a whole nother story for another day that I don't want to get into. But it is to the point now it's getting pretty bad because you're looking at 8 year games, you're looking at 6, 7, 8, 9 year games, and some of these games don't even come up to they don't even live up to expectations sometimes. Shout out to Baldur's Gate 3. The way they put their game out is actually pretty cool, and it is getting a lot of praise for it. And some devs don't like it, but that's not that's on them. But some games may take time, but when they do, they need to come out in that fashion. I don't care too much for the microtransactions. If you got them, that's cool. If this pay to win, you might want to move away from that. But in some cases, I get it because that's how some companies make their money. It's just as a consumer, you got to see what you need to tolerate because I know this is going off on a little bit of tangent, but I realize I'm a live service gamer and I don't even know it. I mean, look at PGA Tour golf for EA Sports. That is a direct live service game, and that game has to be online all the time to play. Now, the microtransactions isn't as egregious to me, but it is a live service game, and these other games I've been playing, they're somewhat of a live service as well. You look at Gran Turismo 7, it's kind of crazy that I don't too much care for those type of games, but they're out there to play, and I've been playing them. But at the end of the day, as a gamer, it's all about what you can tolerate. Some people deal with some egregious stuff and they go along with it, and it is what it is. But these first party games that are not coming out, that could be just a case of just doing too much. A lot of these companies are trying to find a way to monetize things. Yeah, even some of these first party games, they're trying to find ways to monetize, and if they can't get it, they're going to be in a predicament where they may have to push some games back. They need to find a way make the biggest profit possible. You know, I just wish that in some cases these games just find a way to just make a good game, make it simple, and give something that the fans will like to play. You look at Elden Ring, you look at Baldur's Gate. There's a couple of other ones that are out there. Even PlayStation Studios, their first party titles do come up with that type of stuff. So there's no reason, I don't know. It's just a world of greed and remastery, in my opinion. It's just crazy. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you guys think. Am I talking crazy? I don't know what I'm talking about. Once again, I don't know. It's just it's funny just seeing these first party games being delayed, and then you turn right back around and you look at Xbox, it's the same thing. It looks like at some point I'm just probably gonna be sitting playing Kirby's Adventure on the Switch or something. I don't know, because it's like they be kicking out games. They don't have a problem with it. They make their games simple, but one thing you can say, they will put them out. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. The Falcons play today. My Atlanta Falcons play today. I'm gonna be watching that game, and I'm gonna chill out for the rest of the evening. All right, y'all, get out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.